Greetings to you all. How are you today? Happy New Year. I hope you have enjoyed your celebration. And now it's time to do more practice. So if you have any question, please send them in and I'll be happy to reply, answer them as much as I can. Please let me know if the audio is okay. And let me know where you come from, just to keep the statistics, to know how many people from how many countries are participating in this live Q&A. ผมเจรนัยสาธุกวางสาธุ Happy New Year ผมคอนูTanady Happy New Year Ajahn Happy New Year to you ผมเทคฮองโก Happy New Year Happy New Year to you สุพจน์ Okay Cornell Tanady Audio is great Ajahn from Medan, Indonesia. Min Nayan Tanle from Myanmar. Welcome to our Q&A. If you have any questions, just send them in and I will answer them for you. From Kek Yen So, dear Tan Ajahn, greeting from Penang. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Lily Siswanto, good morning. Vandami Ajahn, Happy New Year. Greetings from Los Angeles. Sound is good. Happy to hear from you. Hope you have a good New Year celebration. Hope you start the New Year have a good start on your New Year with happiness, peace. From Helen Lim, happy and blessed New Year, Ajahn. Same to you. From Checkling Tan, greetings from Vancouver, Tan Ajahn. Audio and video is good. No New Year celebration, keeping the 8 precepts. That's the right way to celebrate, keeping the 8 precepts. This is the Buddha's way of celebrating the New Year, starting the New Year with morality and meditation and wisdom. This is the right way to start the New Year. From Sylvia Scott Tadis, Namo Buddhaya, Happy New Year. I'm from Malta. Thank you. Very happy to hear from you. You're well. Nice to hear from you with kindest regard. Savina Scott Tadis. Happy to hear from people from Malta. We are all over the world. We all come from all over the world. But we have one thing in common. That is our interest in the Buddha's teaching and his practice. Mio on meditation. Good afternoon. Happy New Year. Audio and video is good from Thailand. Chang Chi Chern, Ajahn, Happy New Year. I'm from Malaysia, Penang. Okay, Happy New Year to you. From Andy Lam, Happy New Year from Malaysia. Happy New Year to you. Ong Apprentice, audio and video are good. Listening from Singapore. Have any question today? Nobody asked any question. Oh, okay, the questions start coming in now. From Nigel Chan, Hi Ajahn, please forgive my foolishness and bad karma I have done on you. I'm very sorry for that. May I ask what is the greatest merit I can do except from enlightenment? Just follow the Buddha's teaching. Study his teaching and practice as much as you can. Question from Deborah Jonas, Ontario, Canada. A while ago, you suggested that I buy a small forest so that I have a quiet place to practice. In the meantime, my mother is purchasing a forest and want me to use it for meditating if I like. It's about 7 hours northwest of Toronto, on St. Joseph Island on Lake Huron near Sault Ste. Marie. I will probably go in July, as that is when I have time off work and the weather is warmer. Should I still buy my own forest, or do you think it is sufficient to use hers? Thank you. Well, if you find using her is good for you, then there's no need to buy, because it will become a burden to you to maintain, to look after, unless you find that it's not convenient for you to go practice at your mother's forest, and if you want to buy your own forest, that is another option you can consider later on. From Take Home Go, Ajahn, what is merit in the context of dana and listening to Dhamma talk? How merit is being transferred? Merit really means the result of your good action that appears in your heart, which is happiness, contentment. And this is what you can transfer from one heart to the next. Your heart is a spiritual being, so you can transfer your happiness, your spiritual happiness, to another spiritual being. This usually happens when you give dana. When you do charity, you feel good, you feel happy, you feel content, and you can share this sense of contentment and happiness for another spiritual being. While listening to Dhamma talk, this is not something we normally will transfer, because it's knowledge, listening to Dhamma talk. So the spiritual being has to listen to Dhamma talk himself or herself to gain this knowledge. So normally we don't transfer merit from listening to Dhamma talk or from keeping the precepts or meditation. We only transfer merit from giving dana. From Su Leo, Happy New Year, Ajahn. I am from Hong Kong. Happy New Year to you too. Welcome to our community. From Tantari, Sadhu, Sadhu. Cornell Kennedy, dear Ajahn, how can I improve the length of the meditation? Well, you just have to continue on meditating. When you feel like getting up, don't get up. You should start all over again by reciting the mantra Putto, Putto, Putto. Or you can do some chanting if you want to continue on with your meditation. Because when you want to get up, it means you don't have enough mindfulness to contain your desire, your thoughts. So if you want to continue sitting and meditating, then you have to continue develop more mindfulness by either reciting a mantra or reciting or do some chanting if you cannot focus on your breath. Also, how to improve the quality? Your quality depends on the strength of your mindfulness. The stronger your mindfulness, the better quality of your meditation. So you have to maintain or develop mindfulness long before you come to meditate. You have to start from the time you get up in the morning. Start developing or maintaining mindfulness to contain your thoughts and your desire. Then if you have good, strong mindfulness, when you meditate, your mind can become calm very quickly and deeply. So what you lack now is mindfulness. You say, now I can only sit for 15 to 30 minutes. Yes, that's all the strength of your mindfulness that you have. So you have to increase your mindfulness by developing it during when you're not sitting, before you come to sit. Lily is one too, no New Year celebration, but we did have a good start with an opportunity to chant, meditate, and do dana at the nearest temple. That's good. Yeah. Now you can also do listening to Dhamma talk or listening to Dhamma discussion right now. This is another good way to start the new year with. From Kamlesh Muneshwar, Sadhu Sadhu. From Y Punami Tan, Happy New Year to you, Ajahn. This is Punami from Singapore. Happy New Year to you. From Lisa Rabinovich, Metta from Israel. Metta to you too. From Makara Art, Happy New Year from Cambodia. Happy New Year to you. Makara. Kim H. Chua, greetings from Kuantan, Ajahn. I presume this is Malaysia. From Kamlesh Muneshwar, Happy New Year, Ajahn from India. Happy New Year to you. May the new year bring you peace, happiness, and contentment. Question from Narayanan S. India. Question number 1. When I try to enter jhana, I am scared of losing the 5 senses and body awareness as they all seem to disappear. Do you think this fear should be overcome, and if so, how to overcome this? Well, you lose your 5 senses every day when you go to sleep. So there's nothing, there's nothing harmful or anything like that. So you shouldn't be fearful, because when you go to sleep, you cut off your acknowledgement of the 5 sensual objects anyway. The difference between sleep and meditation is that when you sleep, you lose your mindfulness. While you meditate, you still have mindfulness. You're still awake. That's all, and you will experience peace and happiness from meditation. While you sleep, you will not experience peace and happiness because your mind still functions. Your mind still think and generate dreams, which can either be good or bad or neutral. From Dhammapat, Happy New Year, Pante, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Jaturong Chusi, Ajahn, how solve the anxiety? Just recite the Bhutto, Bhutto when you have anxiety. Stop your thought, stop thinking about the future, stop worrying about the future. Just keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto and stay in the present, just merely knowing. Once you can do that, then when your mind becomes calm, then you teach your mind with wisdom that things will happen, whatever it is. Anything that's going to happen is going to happen. So you should know that you cannot control things all the time. Like your body is going to get old, get sick and die, regardless of who you are or what you can do. But you cannot prevent the body from getting old, getting sick and die. So you just have to come to terms with this reality, accept it, and then your anxiety will disappear. Lilies is one to Ajahn. How do we do proper contemplation of anicca, dukkha, and anatta? When should we do it? Thank you. You can do it anytime when you're not meditating. When you're not meditating, you might keep thinking about this and that. So you should direct your mind to think of anicca, think of your body as anicca, think of the people around you as anicca. They are all impermanent, they are temporary, they keep changing, and you cannot control them. That's anatta. If you want to control them and you cannot do it, then you get dukkha. So try not to control, try anything. Just try to accept things as they are. Then you would have no dukkha. Question number 2 from Narayanan is India. I am practicing Dhamma, but I am unable to cut off defilement at root level. How to fix the underlying tendency? You still need to develop your tools to cut off your defilement. You have to have samadhi, which is the fourth jhana. Then you have to see clearly the truth of the Four Noble Truths and anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then you will be able to uproot all your defilements. From Makara Art, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Jessica May, Ma, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. From Y, Punami Tan, Ajahn, how to let go of a reciprocal relationship. I'm not sure what do you mean by this reciprocal relationship. You should have metta toward all relationship, but you should not be attached to them, that's all. You have to be ready to take it or leave it when the time comes. But when you still have relationship, you should have metta or loving kindness and compassion toward your relationship. But be ready to see it comes to a termination when that happens. Because everything is anicca, temporary, not permanent. From Sawante, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Paul Westbury, hello Pante. I am struggling with renouncing pride and having pride in noble virtue, sila nusati. At the same time, please help. Well, you shouldn't feel proud because you can keep the precept. You just feel that this is part of your duty as a person, as a human being, as a good person. So you want to keep the sila. And keeping the sila is for your own benefit. It doesn't mean to make you feel better than other people. Other people can be higher or lower than you or equal to you because everybody has different level of practices. So don't compare yourself to other people. Just compare yourself to the teaching, whether you're following the teaching or not. If you're following the teaching, then you're on the right path to peace and happiness and the cessation of suffering. So don't look at other people, compare other people with yourself. We are different in our level of development, mental development, spiritual development, and each one has to have their own way. But we are really the same. We are on the path or not on the path. If we're not on the path, we are going around samsara. If we are on the path, we are going toward Nibbana. That's it. That's about all that we should think about when we think of other people. From Kenny Lee, hi Ajahn, Happy New Year from Malaysia. After 15 minutes into my breathing meditation, I feel strong sensation on the area in between my eyebrows and forehead area as though the breath is on that area. It does have a calming effect. Should I focus on that area instead of the nostril area? Thank you. If you find it beneficial, you can focus on that area. If you can keep your mind focused and not thinking, then it's alright. You can focus at any point if you like. From Deepa So, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Sally Chi, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Tek Hong Go, Ajahn, what is consciousness in rebirth? See, the word consciousness is translated from the Pali word Vijnana. And Vijnana has two meanings. Vijnana in the four Namakhandas. This is the Vijnana that connects the mind to the body through the sensual organs. The five Vijnana will connect to the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body in order to receive the sensual objects. So the mind can be aware of the sensual object. It needs Vijnana or consciousness in the Namakanda. But there is another meaning of Vijnana or consciousness. At least in Thailand, we call the mind that after it's separated from the body as Vijnana, spiritual being. So that's another translation of the word Vijnana, at least in Thailand. When we die, it's only the body that dies. We, the knower, the thinker, which is the mind, doesn't die with the body. So when it exists without the body, we call it Vijnana, or spiritual beings, and waiting to take birth again with a new body. From Jagdish Meshram, what should be our resolution for 2021? To follow the path of the Buddha for the rest of your life. This is the best resolution. To practice dana, sila, and bhavana. From Christian Collie, Dear Ajahn, first of all, I send you all my best wishes, that your life may be long and healthy, and that you continue to teach us. Here's my question. What differentiates Kanika Samadhi and Upajjhara Samadhi in terms of feeling from experience during the practice of samatha? Is the absence of the five hindrances the same, although for a shorter time? Thank you for your reply. Well, first of all, let me explain that there are three types of samadhi, okay? Calm or concentration. If you concentrate, if your mind becomes calm and concentrated and cut off from the five hindrances and the five sensual objects, you have entered into Kanika Samadhi or Appana Samadhi. The difference between Kanika and Appana is the duration. If you are calm briefly, it's called Kanika Samadhi. If your calm lasts for a long period, it's called Appana Samadhi. These two types of samadhi has Ubekkha as the product. Your mind becomes neutral, not emotional, and it just exists in emptiness. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, nothing to feel, nothing to touch. Why Upajjhara Samadhi? This is the third type of samadhi. This is the samadhi that arises after you have entered into Kanika or Appana Samadhi. That's when the mind starts to experiencing psychic power, like being able to connect with spiritual beings, recollect past life, the ability to read the mind of other people. This is called Upajjhara Samadhi. Our goal for practice samadhi is to aim for Kanika and Appana Samadhi, not Upajjhara Samadhi, because Upajjhara Samadhi has no Ubekkha. It's like sleeping and dreaming, unlike sleeping and not dreaming. When you sleep and you dream, when you get up, you might feel tired. But when you sleep and not dreaming, you have sound sleep. When you get up, you feel refreshed. This is the same way with Kanika and Appana Samadhi. When you come out of this samadhi, you feel refreshed, strengthened, and strong, be able to resist your desire. With Upachara Samadhi, when you come out, you don't have this sense of equanimity. You feel as if you have not rested. So Upachara Samadhi is not the desirable type of Samadhi to go after, and which is good because not many people do go into Upachara Samadhi anyway. From what I heard, maybe just 5% of meditators that will have this ability. So don't worry about this type of Samadhi. If you do have it, don't try to waste your time with it. Try to bring it back into Appana Samadhi or Kanika Samadhi. Keep the mind calm, empty, and peaceful and happy. From Gleb Ulrich. Hello Ajahn, hope you're well. I find that my 5 precepts are quite loose, especially in terms of intoxicants. I find 8 and 10 precepts give me more boundaries, and my mindfulness is better. Is it necessary to first perfect 5 precepts and then move up? Well, if you keep the 8 precepts, you have to you just build up from the 5 precepts. So the 8 precept means you add 3 more precepts. So if you could not keep the 5 precepts, how could you keep the 8 or the 10 precepts? So yes, you have to keep the 5 precepts first, and then add 3 additional precepts or 5 additional precepts to make it 8 or 10 precepts. Is it okay to move up if mindfulness is better? Yes, the more mindfulness you have, then the easier for you to keep the precepts. From Chong Mei Ling, Ajahn, I'm from Malaysia. Am I understanding correctly? What goes from this life to the next is the very subtle mind, the clear and knowing mind, which is impermanent, always changing, but eternal. Yes, the mind doesn't die with the body, and the quality of the mind goes with the mind. We, in our lifetime, we either improve the quality of our mind, or we what you call we make the quality of the mind worse. Depends on our good and bad karma, and this goes with the mind into the next life. From Linda Wa Portin, Satu. From Ka Chi Chong, dear Ajahn, a person who can sit cross-legged but lying down practicing mindfulness breathing, can he has a possibility to go into samadhi? Yes, if you don't fall asleep before that. The problem is when you're lying down, it's so comfortable, you can easily lose your mindfulness. Once you lose your mindfulness, then you go into sleep rather than going to samadhi. But if you're sick and maybe your body is painful, you might not fall asleep because the pain will keep you awake. Then you might be able to enter into samadhi when you're practicing lying down. So sometimes you can turn sickness into a virtue, because then you can lie down and meditate. If you're not sick, if you lie down and meditate, you probably go to sleep because it's so comfortable. But if you're sick, your body is painful, you will not go to sleep because of the pain. Then it will make you not go to sleep when you meditate, and it will let you go into samadhi instead. From Dhamma sharing, dear Namaste Ajahn. Greeting from Sherry, Indonesia. Happy New Year, Ajahn. Happy New Year to you. Ajahn, I would like to ask a question about the condition where patient who is not conscious and basically cannot do anything and have been in that condition for a long time. According to doctor, the medical machine is the only thing that working to support her physical function. in this condition according to Dhamma. Is that okay to take out the machine that's supporting the patient? Thank you, Ajahn. Yes, you can take out the supporting machine. This is not considering to be suicide or killing the body. You just let the body exist on its own natural strength. So you don't need to support it, that's all. So it's okay, it's not breaking the precept of killing. From Jinilin for Satu Satu Anumodana Mahajan, good afternoon. From Claudia Schweiner, thank you so much for teaching. Satu, Satu, Satu. Where are you from, Claudia? Switzerland or Germany? Guess from your last name. Tosapon, hello Ajahn. JJ10, dear Ajahn, I will be unemployed soon. How do I get rid of the anxiety over lack of money and comparison with my peers? You should look from a different perspective. You should look at not being employed as freedom. You have the freedom, the time to practice meditation. And if you practice meditation, you'll find that you don't need much money. You only need money to pay for your food and your rent. That's about it. So you can look at it in a positive light, thinking that it's a blessing in disguise when you become unemployed. Then you have full time to do the practice. And if you practice and if you succeed, you will experience a new type of happiness that money cannot buy for you. You don't compare yourself to other people. You compare yourself to your state of mind. Whether your mind is happier or not happier depends on how you do to it. If you know how to do it, you can make the mind happy. And the way to make your mind happy is to follow the Buddha's teaching. That is keeping the precepts and practicing meditation. Then you'll be happier than your peers, your friends who have more money than you. But they would have less happiness. Because the happiness you gain from money is not as good as the happiness that you gain from meditation. Michael saw, Satu, Satu. Ya Chanicha, Satu, Satu. Adi Aha, Satu, Satu. Vipasso, Ajahn, Pante. Can staying with pure consciousness without having much realization in Tilakkhana lead to viraka? No, it's just temporarily viraka. After you come out of samadhi, then your raka will return. When you meditate, your defilement will stop. When you're in samadhi, your defilement will stop functioning. But when you come out of samadhi and you start to think, your defilement will start coming back. So you need to have tilakkhana in order to get rid of your defilement permanently. From Chi Chin Chuan, good day to you, Ajahn. I pay my respect to you. May you be well and happy. Thank you. I hope that you are happy also. From Makara Art, hello Ajahn, I'm from Cambodia. I love you and I love Buddhist. Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you. If you love Buddhist, you should study and practice the teaching of the Buddha. From Suchart, Suvarna, Vandami Bante. Sadhu, thank you. From Dipaso, I am asking because we used to observe Trilakkhana, but there are some instructions that to stay in pure consciousness. You stay in pure consciousness part of the time, but you cannot stay in pure consciousness all the time. So eventually you have to come out of samadhi, and then your mind will start to become defiled again. So you need to cleanse your defilement with Trilakkhana, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta. Ananda T. Satu from Chi Chin Chuan. Dear Ajahn, if I have bad thinking in my mind, for example, I was thinking of revenge on my enemy, will I create bad vipaka? My merely thinking has not yet produced bad vipaka. But if you follow your thinking by your action of body or speech, then you will be creating bad vipaka. So it's better to stop when you start to think about doing something bad. Once you stop, then you will not do any bad karma. And when you don't do bad karma, you don't have bad vipaka. From J.J. Chan, when we are very angry, how do we stop ourselves from saying something unkind? If you have to bring back your mindfulness by reciting the mantra Bhutto Bhutto to stop your anger, to stop your bad behavior. Just keep reciting the mantra when you know you are angry, and then your anger will disappear. Then you won't have to say something unkind. I feel if we stop saying anything, it feels unfair, and we are suppressing our feeling, which is also not healthy for our body. I think this is the misunderstanding. Because when you speak, you can hurt other people. That's being unfair. But when you don't say anything, then you're not hurting other people. That is being fair. So if you want to be fair, then don't say anything bad to other people. If you cannot say anything good, then you have to stop saying. And you're not suppressing your feeling. You're just getting rid of your bad feelings, which is like getting rid of garbage in your mind. It's healthy for your body and your mind to get rid of your bad feelings. You're not suppressing, you're getting rid of your bad feelings. Cannot keep suppressing out feeling and thought without verbalizing and letting it out, right? No. You get rid of it by not saying anything, by stop thinking. When you stop thinking, then your bad feelings will disappear. So you use the mantra Bhutto Bhutto Bhutto. Then you stop thinking about saying or doing bad things. And when you stop, then everything comes back to become normal again. From Jagdish Meshram, Satu 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 Anumodami. From Chua Seng Boon, good afternoon Ajahn Suchart. My humble respects to you and thank you for holding these QA sessions. Really appreciate it. Satu Satu. May you always be well and healthy. Thank you. From Dhamma Sharing, Namaste Ajahn. Greeting from Sherry, Indonesia. Happy New Year Ajahn. Happy New Year to you. Ajahn, I would like to ask a question about the condition of a patient who is in coma. I think I have answered this question already, so I have to skip. From Sweet Hand, greetings Ajahn. Sweet from Vancouver. There was a thought came out that made me felt guilty during the end of my meditation the other day. I kept on reciting Bhutto Dhammo Sangho till my mind calmed down. Then remember that you taught us to see the three characteristics of existence that help to repel the guilty thought. Is that the right way to deal with this situation? If you can get rid of the bad thought, then it's the right way. Whether it's permanent or not, that's another story. If you see that your bad thought is anicca, dukkha, anatta, then that is the best way. From Sento Fiandi, Namo Buddhaya Pante. From Suchart, Suvarna, from India, lots of metta to all. Thank you. From Salisa Munoz, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Happy New Year, Ajahn, from China. From Chinese character, I cannot read, I'm sorry. What's your name? From Christian Collie, thank you very much, Ajahn, for your very detailed response. You're welcome. I hope it is of some benefit to you. From Gek Yen So, dear Tanajan, may I know the details of additional 2 precepts, from 8 precepts to 10 precepts in Theravada tradition? Yes, actually the 8 precept is really 9 precepts, with the 7 precept combining 2 precepts together. The 7 precept is abstaining from entertainment like watching movie, listening to music, and dancing. That's 1 precept. Another precept is abstaining from dressing up, beautifying your body. That's another precept, which is combined to make it the 7th precept, but in fact it should be 2. So actually the 8th precept is 9 precept, and the 10th precept is the abstaining from using money. So this is only for people who are ordained, because they don't need to have money, because they have support from the lay people. So this is usually applied to novices or monks. Every monk has to take the 10 precept before he can go up and take the rest of the precept, the 227 precepts. From Adeline Chin, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Kili, Tashi Direct Ajahn Guru, how to arise loving kindness and how to meditate loving kindness. Just to be kind and be nice, that's loving kindness. Be friendly. Try to be friendly with everybody, even though they are not friendly to you. If you show your friendliness and they don't want to be friends with you, then you use ubekha, meaning you become just neutral, not reacting to their reaction. But you're not gonna get angry. Don't get angry at them. Don't get mad at people. If you cannot be kind to them, be nice to them, and they don't want to be nice to you, don't get angry. Just withdraw yourself from them. Let them be. From Claudia Schreiner, Venerable Ajahn, thank you for asking. I am from Germany. I am a member of the community of Wat Thai, Nuremberg, where I have the honor to support our venerable teacher in learning the German language. Very well, very nice to meet you from Germany. Please keep up the good work. This is considered dana, teaching other people a language, which is considered the giving of knowledge, which is equivalent to the giving of money and things. Some people, sometimes they don't have money to give, but they have knowledge to give to other people. So they teach other people some skill. This is considered to be dana or charity also. From Kili, what is the main difference between Mahayana and Theravada tradition? Thank you, Ajahn. I really don't know much about Mahayana tradition, so I don't think I can answer this question fairly. So I would have to skip this question. From Mandira Chakma, Satu, Satu. Tan Kim Fong, Satu, Satu. Um, yeah, it's from China, from Taiwan. Dear Ajahn, there is from Taiwan. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot read Chinese character. Okay, welcome to our community. From Mutsumi Kaneda, Satu. Paul Westbury, Ajahn, would you have space for me to practice and possibly ordaining with you in the future when COVID regulations are lifted? My waiting for Bodhiana in Australia has been extended too long. Well, I have place you can come and stay with us, but as far as how long and whether you can get ordained or not, this has to be worked out because I cannot give you the permission. We have to work out with the abbot, who might ask you to do something to satisfy his condition of ordaining you and allowing you to stay in this monastery. But if you come here on a temporary basis, you can stay here as a 8 preceptors for as long as you like. If there's no issues arises, but if you can keep to yourself and have no problem with other people, other practitioners, then you can stay as long as you like. What we normally do is let you stay for 2 weeks and then extend it every 2 weeks. But as far as staying permanently as a monk, this has to go through the abbot. I cannot give you the answer. From JJ Tan, how do we know when is the right time to do something? Example, is this the right time for me to look for a job? Or is this unemployment period a time for me to practice meditation mindfulness? Do I need to pray to the Buddha and ask about the timing? No, you have to know the timing yourself. You have to know what you want to do. If you still want to spend money, then you have to work. If you want to rely on money to make you happy, then you have to work. Then you have to look for a new job. But if you want to meditate to make you happy, then you don't need to look for a new job. Then you take meditation as your new employment. But you have to have some means of support. You must know that you have some money that can support on your meditation practice. If not, then you would have to go back to work to support your life, your body. So it depends on what you want. You will know it for yourself, whether you want to make money to make you happy, or meditate to make you happy. This is the two choices that you have to decide for yourself. From Abney Patel, hello. Blessed from United States. Thank you. From Lee Paso, thank you very much, Nanajan, for your clear guidances. You're welcome. From Gordon Ong, is it okay to making a wish to the devas? It's okay, but you're not going to get anything by wishing. According to Dhamma, according to Buddhism, you only get what you do, you go after. You get what you do, what you go after, not by wishing. You can wish for Nibbana and you'll never get it. You have to go after Nibbana. You have to practice. Then you'll get Nibbana. From Matt Drusen, good morning Ajahn, greetings from Denmark. Greeting to you and Happy New Year to you. From NGI King, good afternoon Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. From May, Happy New Year, Ajahn. Thank you for your Dhamma teachings. In the practice of the Dhamma, are activities such as watching YouTube videos or working on the computer that would make us lose awareness of the body, mean that we are out of the Noble Eightfold Path. Sadhu, and thank you, Ajahn. Yes, you're not practicing the Noble Eightfold Path when you spend time on other things. But if you have to work to maintain your livelihood, this is still considered to be on the Noble Eightfold Path. We all have to have a livelihood to maintain our life. This is one of the factor of enlightenment. For monks, we go on alms round, for instance. For lay people, you might have to go to work to earn some money so that you can pay for your food and your rent. But other than that, then you should not engage in any other kinds of activities. You should devote yourself to the practice of mindfulness, samadhi, and wisdom instead. From NG, AJ King, greetings from KL, Malaysia. Greetings to you. From Visakha Lee, I am from Kelantan, Malaysia. Happy New Year, Ajahn. Happy New Year to you. How do we practice mindfulness in our daily activities? By focusing on your action, on what you do. Just keep watching what you do. If you're eating, just watch your eating. Don't let your mind go think about other things. If you are taking a shower, then you have to stay with the body, taking a shower with the body. Don't go think about Malaysia or America or Thailand, for instance. Keep the mind with the body. This is practice mindfulness. Called Kaya Kata Sati in the four foundations of mindfulness. Another method is to recite the mantra to stop your mind from thinking. You can recite Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto when you do things that you don't need to think. Then you can stop your thoughts and stop your mind from going away. You want to keep your mind here and now in the present and calm and not thinking. The Ajahn, is body scanning as important as mindfulness of breathing? I don't think body mindfulness is part of the Buddha's teaching. If you want to scan the body, he wants you to go through study the 32 parts of the body, such as hair of the head, hair of the body, nail, teeth, skin, bones, lung, heart, intestine, so forth, the rest of the 32 parts of the body. If you want to do scanning, this is how you should do it. Scan the 32 parts of the body. This will give you wisdom, gives you knowledge of the truth of the nature of the body, what the body is really made up of. It is made up of the 32 major organs. But if you want to meditate for calm, then you use mindfulness of breathing. Stop thinking. So these are two separate methods of practice. If you want to meditate for calm, you use mindfulness of breathing. If you want to have wisdom, you study the 32 parts of the body. Question from Norma, Northern California. After establishing samadhi, what is the next most suitable practice for me in effort to deepen my practice? After you come out of samadhi, then you can study the nature of your body or feelings, that they are anicca, impermanent, changing. They keep changing. Your body keeps getting older and older, and it's heading toward aging, sickness, and death. Something that you will have to prepare your mind for. You cannot avoid. By avoiding or trying to get away from it will cause you suffering or stress. So you just have to teach your mind to be ready, to be prepared to face the eventuality of the body. If you want to study the nature of feelings, then you have to look at your feeling as being changing, unstable, doesn't remain the same all the time. It can change from good feeling to neutral feelings to bad feelings and back to good feelings again. So you have to be ready to accept all these three types of feelings without having any aversion for them. Then you will have no stress or dukkha. But if you want to deepen your meditation practice, you just, when you come out of meditation, you continue on with your mindfulness practice. Keep reciting a mantra or keep watching what you do with your body. And then when you have stronger mindfulness, when you meditate the next time, your mind can go in deeper into samadhi. How to apologize to all Ajahn who accidentally or intentionally I make mistake in body and speech or mind, whereas I am not in Thailand now. You just practice the Dhamma teaching, and then you will be considering that you have apologized of your bad deeds. Just change from doing bad to doing good deeds. Then that's apologizing to all the Ajahn. Okay, we are 57 minutes into the meeting now. So I have about 3 more minutes left to answer your questions. So if you haven't started printing your question, I would have to ask you to not to do it this time because we are running out of time. But if you are in the middle of printing your question, please go ahead and then send them in. Okay, next question from Raymond Chiang, Malaysia. I read a book named Satipatthana and discover difficult terms. It says that the character of the body is slow craver. Feeling is quick craver. Mind slow theorizer, and character of the Dhamma is quick theorizer. What do they mean? Well, I don't really know what kind of translation you read from. But basically, if you want to compare the body, feeling, and the mind, there are difference in your ability to look at them. The body is easier to look at than the feelings, and the feeling is easier to look at than your states of mind. See? And the Dhamma is something that you don't have yet, which you have to develop. So this is basically what my answer concerning the 4 Satipatthana Sutta. What is the difference between vipassana and samatha meditation? Well, samatha is for meditation for calming the mind. Vipassana is meditation or contemplation to teach the mind to have wisdom. So they are two different practices, and you cannot do them at the same time. You have to do them separately. When you do samatha meditation, you don't do vipassana meditation or contemplation. Normally, you have to have samatha meditation first. You have to complete samatha meditation first before you can go into vipassana contemplation. From Christopher Hand, I was reading the Sutta, Dika Nikaya. 28 mentions 4 modes of rebirth. That is how the conception of the embryo, descending to the womb unknowing, staying unknowing, is reborn unknowing. What actually descends into the womb? What? I don't know really. I cannot answer this question, I'm sorry. From JJ10, If there is someone we cannot stand, can we avoid that person? Yes, if you can. But if you cannot, then you can either show your kindness and friendliness or just remain non-reacting, just remain calm. If you can avoid, then you should avoid. But if you cannot avoid, then you have to try to be friendly or be normal. Don't react negatively. Don't say anything bad or do anything bad. As meeting that person leads to a lot of negative feelings, though there is no ill will towards that person, I just want to keep my emotions stable by not meeting that person. If you don't have strong mindfulness, you cannot be able to remain stable when you meet people you don't like. So maybe it's good to stay away from them if you can. If you cannot, then you just have to use mindfulness of friendliness or metta to keep you from doing something or saying something bad. From Chin Li Ching, hi Ajahn. Sometimes I just don't know how to practice and mind become anxious, especially in new environment. Do I come back to basic again and tell myself anicca? Thanks. That's right. Come back to the basic. Come back to mindfulness. If you don't know what to do, just recite the mantra or keep watching your body action. From Take Home Go, Ajahn, what is mental karma? Mental karma are your thoughts. Your action of your mind is thinking. When you think, you are committing mental karma. And it can be either good or bad karma or neutral karma. If you think good, then you're doing good karma. If you think bad, you're doing bad mental karma. If you think neutral, then you are doing neutral mental karma. If no bodily action is being taken, would bad resultant be produced? It will only be produced in your mind, by your mind, not by other people. But if you do bad action toward other people, then bad action can be produced by other people. From Matt Drusen, dear Ajahn, it seems the more I meditate and study, I feel people around me act like blind. Thank you so much. Well, that's because you learn more than them. See? You see things better than they can see. This is the benefit from studying the teaching of the Buddha. It will gradually enlighten you to things that you don't know before. People who don't study, then they won't know they won't be able to know or see what you know and what you see. From Chi Chin Chuan, dear Ajahn, when I feel lazy and not mindful, can I read and listen to Dhamma to uplift my motivation? Yes, you can. And it's one of the ways to lift your inspiration, your motivation. After you listen to Dhamma talk, you can become inspired and motivated. From Sweet Hand, dear Tanajan, thank you for answering my question. Happy New Year to you. We will keep on practicing Dhamma. Sinatayang, hi Ajahn from Vietnam. Hello, thank you for coming in. From Paul Westbury, Pante, can psychic development strengthen our practice as well? No. Your psychic development will drain your energy, drain your ubekha. So you don't want to use go into psychic development. You want to go into jhana development. Jhana development will strengthen your mind, strengthen your practice. From Noina, Happy New Year, Ajahn. Wish you have a good health. Thank you so much, Ajahn. Thank you. You're welcome, and Happy New Year to you. From Ida Vijaja, Namaste, Ajahn. Be healthy always. From Shanghai. Thank you. Sadhu from Megawati, Lao. From Simei, thank you Ajahn for explaining that working is part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Sadhu, and may Ajahn be in the best of health in this new year. You're welcome. Thank you for your well wishes. From Kenneth Tan Keybob, Sadhu. From Anna Ha, thank you Ajahn. Christian Lim, thank you for today's teaching. Fanny Ong, thank you Ajahn for teaching today. You're welcome. Matt Drewson, thank you so much dear Ajahn for your teaching and time. I wish you a good health and long life. Sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you and welcome. Kun B Wong, Sadhu, Sadhu. Ray Chongwa, Happy New Year, Pante. Happy New Year to you. Rudy Pen, Ajahn, how to overcome fear of someone who had traumatized us in the past. You just have to be calm and accept whatever's gonna happen to you. If that whatever that person wants you to do to you, you cannot stop that person. So you should have to just to be ready to accept if anything's gonna happen to you by that person. If you can avoid. But if you cannot avoid, then just try to stay calm. Recite a mantra. Or tell yourself everything is anicca dukkha anatta. From Wei Chonghua, Ajahn, how to overcome anger even though she is enlightened spiritually with guidance spirits. Well, it doesn't matter who you anger with. When you have anger, you have to stop your anger by either reciting a mantra to stop your mind from thinking about the person who makes you angry, or you can use metta by forgive the person. Whatever that person does to you and make you angry, you have to forgive that person. Then you will not be angry. From Tek Hong Go, Sadhu, Sadhu. From Chek Ling Tan, thank you so much, San Ajahn, for tirelessly teaching the Dhamma and sharing your wisdom with us. You are giving us the best gift ever this new year. You're welcome. May the new year be better than the old year. And it will only be better if you practice more than the old year. From Kim Ashua, ever grateful for the Q&A and looking forward to more. May Ajahn be well and always. Thank you. Paul Westbury, Sadhu, Sadhu. Andy Lam, Sadhu. Liu Ming, Sadhu. K. Abdal, Sadhu. Dhammachakka Buddhist Community Center. Anumodana Ajahn, Happy New Year from Los Angeles. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. May the new year bring you peace and happiness and advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, protect yourself from the virus by staying at home as much as possible, and practice mindfulness and meditation, and be happy. Thank you and goodbye.